Hi, this is Kikairos of Castle Teeth Games. I'm going to play this game to rate it for Metroidvania Month 30. This is D.E.L.L.A. Okay. A little grab out there. This is one that we will controller. Is that... Oh, wait, maybe. Okay. Actually, that would probably be easier. Let's do controller. That works very well. Works a treat. I don't even know what this is yet, but I want it. I guess I can't yet. I feel like I want that, but I don't know why. Okay, so now we're in negative. Okay. So what's interesting here is we started off in a very this feels very minimalist, but like almost to a fault minimalist. Like I should be able to see the character that I'm playing as even when I'm in that area. Maybe like an outline or something, pretty please. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm also okay. So this is a nitpick. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if I quite understand the pairing of the music and what's happening. This feels like it's not necessarily a fit that I was expecting between music and visuals. Okay, so that's a save game. That's good. So that really means I need to come out here. But see, like, I can't... So... Okay, so I could make that jump pretty easily, but I had no... Like, I didn't really know that it was possible. I just was kind of hoping that it would be possible. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's try it again, maybe. Okay, there we go. I will say, once you're in an area where the platforms are... Like, 3D is difficult to get right. I personally would maybe... Okay, it's pressure sprint. Turning is slow, but top speeds are high. So left shift or left trigger. Okay, so now... Okay, so you just have to do that. Okay, so that's probably how I get that other... Oh boy. I did not turn well. But you know what? Now that I know... Oh, wait, no. Let's do this. Let's get this save point again. We're gonna go back here. It really... like, it's not unstylistic. It's just, you gotta give me a little bit more of a clue about where that character is if I'm gonna be controlling them in this context. Okay, let's... Okay, Let's try it again. Okay, I guess not. Okay. Okay, good. I'm not getting any, at least not any constant warnings about encoding, so that's a good sign. Just, okay, wait. Does it... Yeah, the turning feels a little unwieldy. Which I realize is you did warn about this, that the turning was going to be a little unwieldy as a sprint. But like there's a chance that I will bounce off if I can't make that one jump after about 3 more attempts. Just because like it's gonna be a lot to come back to. I mean, I feel bad because like I'm gonna try and be more patient with things, because I know people were pretty patient with me in a particular area of the game that I had made. But okay, so like nope, not wait. Okay. I don't also know like what am I? Am I like a cat cyborg? Is this some kind of protogen? I don't know what this is. I feel like I'm some kind of Saturday morning cartoon character, but I don't really know what kind. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just I don't really know what I am. Okay, good. Honestly, this is a case where using the arrow keys might be helpful. If I had the ability to just use the arrow keys. Maybe I'll try this on keyboard and mouse. It might be a little more precise there. Okay, ooh. There we go. Okay. We're gonna go back to controller, because I think that it's probably health piece. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Okay, so this is... something. I understand what you're doing with negative space and stuff. I think it could be done a little bit less and possibly get some effect. I think the worry is that it becomes disorienting rather than artistic at a certain point. And I feel bad because like there's games that like leaned into the minimalism and controls to the point where it became like a little bit of a hindrance to really enjoying them. Like I thought Jump Ninja was a good game, but it sort of really leaned into the minimalism and controls, and it made it probably more frustrating to play. Okay, now we're opened up though. We got a lot of space. Really just okay, see like that right there? I'm hoping it's clear that, like, why I would not feel like that was particularly fair. I basically couldn't see the edge of where I was going. Okay, there we go. Wait, what? Whoa! Oh, okay, so those are broken gears. Okay, so this is... okay. Wait, didn't I get an extra health? Or did I just get like a piece of one? Okay, we're gonna try something else. I don't actually know what I just did. So the other thing that you want to keep in mind is you're talking to somebody who's sort of 3D challenged. So like anything that you do that's disorienting in 3D is going to be... Okay. No. 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 Now, why would I have the option to come back here and get trapped in the previous area? Why is that a thing that I can do? I mean, maybe that's not what you intended, but like... It doesn't seem like it's a thing that is... It feels... Okay. I know I talk a lot about this, but like it feels sort of like inadvertently punishing. Whoa. Oh hey. Here's a new area? Question mark? Okay. I'm a little bit worried that we might be... Oh. Defensive stance. Right click, right trigger to parry. So here's a question, and just riddle me this, because I don't really understand it. Is all of these games that seem like... I really hope I still have the ability when I respawn. I do not. Okay. So I guess we're going to go get that again. So, here's the thing. You've got this game, and as far as I know, we're not using the right or left bumper for anything. So why is it only the trigger that actually has an effect? Why not give the bumper the same ability? Just, you know, for some of us, it might be easier to reach the bumper than it is to... It might be easier to reach the bumper than it is to reach the trigger, if that makes any sense. Okay. Oh, ball. Oh, gain height upon a successful parry. Okay. I don't understand how I'm supposed to... Am I supposed to, like, jump and then use the parry to get up? That seems pretty complicated. I mean, bearing in mind, I've had about 15 minutes to get used to this world in general, and to say nothing of the controls, and again, being in 3D, which, just for reference, right? I'm the sort of person who is expected to like Dark Souls. I do not like Dark Souls. And a big part of the reason I do not like Dark Souls is that Dark Souls is 3D. Put me in Rogue Legacy? Sure. Great. No problem. Put me in Hollow Knight. I even do okay in Hollow Knight. Put me in Dark Souls and I'm like, I am now gaming Babby. I now know nothing. So, like, it might be that I'm just not a great target audience for... Okay, this is just so... Okay. Did you, like, intentionally... Sorry. Is this person, this thing, this animal, robot, whatever it is it, like, intentionally... Okay, I'm just going to try that. We're just going to switch to keyboard and mouse again, because I can't do this to myself again. No, no. Bad puppy, or whatever you are. Robo puppy? I don't really know what you are. Sorry, buddy. There we go. Okay. And it's like I can do some of that with the keyboard, and some of it I cannot do that with the keyboard. Just, it feels a little loose. This is not to say that I'm one to talk. I know that people have talked about my jump being floaty. No? Okay. Okay, come on, let me go. There we go. That took a lot more time than I wanted it to. Watch me die on the way back. Oh! No! Okay. So, I'm hoping that we are... I hope this is good feedback, by the way. I hope I'm not just being a jerk. We're going to give that 2 more tries. And I think probably if I can't get back to the save point within 2 more tries, I may call it there. I hope that's understandable, why I would do that at that point. There's just a lot of stuff that I have to learn very quickly. And it might be a case of perhaps, if I might humbly suggest, that it might have been good to have people playtest this game who were way worse at it than you. And this is not something that I am immune to as a developer. I think even in this most recent jam, when I feel like I was probably more reasonable than I've been in terms of difficulty than almost any other project I've done, I have still had this problem. There we go. Oh! Okay. Okay, we're gonna give it 2 more tries after that. I think that's fair. Because that one, I was a little weak on that part. So I'm trying to be balanced here. Because like I said, I know 3D is really not my strong suit as a gamer. And I don't want you to be penalized for that. But that is the risk you take making a 3D game. You're gonna have some people who just aren't good at it. And if you make a platformer that's hard, like, I think it is notable. There are... Okay. See, like that... I think... Okay. I'm going to humbly submit that your character controller, it actually felt pretty good at first. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, now all I have to do is not biff it on the way back in. Okay, there we go. Now, do I go up there? Is that where I'm supposed to go next? Oh! Okay, that's a pretty generous parry window. I do like that. I'm not really quite sure what the connection is. Okay, so do I need to then... Okay, so there's that. There we go. Okay. I do like that I can be very early and still get it. I feel like that's nice and generous, and that's a good design decision. There's some questionable design decisions in here. That is not one of them. Wait a second. What am I... Okay. I hope this is the right direction. Because I don't know things. I will say, props for not just having, like, a standard, like, parkour moveset. I think that it is kind of neat to have to, like, for all the criticism that you heard from me over that one section, and I do think that the controller might need a little work. But, like, for all the criticism you heard from me over that one section, I really think that I do applaud the choice of like I do applaud the okay. Yeah, no, okay, these sections I am not a fan of. Oh, is that what I have to do? Is there a way that I can just kill these guys? Please? Okay. See, like, that is a very tight timing window. So, again, this is going to be one of those moments where it's like, there's going to be 3 more attempts, and then it's going to be done. Oh! No. Okay. Oh! Okay. Okay, now, you see how easy it was for me to fall off the edge there? That's something that you don't want. Even when I'm sprinting, like... You might be saying, well, don't sprint then. Yeah, I know that, but I want to get back to where I started faster so that I can make it to their attempt faster. I did say 3 more attempts, but at a certain point, I might call it sooner than that, because if every one of them involves me getting all the way back up from there, then it's definitely more time than I planned on it being. Okay. No! See, there's a part of my brain that is perhaps not very generous that says that counts as an attempt. We will see. It might depend on what happens on the next try. Okay. 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 There we go. No. Oh! Okay. So this is the last attempt. Okay. So this is a really solid... This is a very good base. I really think that you should tune the movement. I know you wanted the turning to be less reliable when you're sprinting. I guess for me, it would probably be just as well if the turning just didn't happen as easily at all, rather than it feeling like when you're hydroplaning in a car. I actually don't think I've hydroplaned very much, if at all, in my life. At least not that I can like have immediate memory of, but that is sort of how I imagine it would feel like, and that may not be what you intended. But there's my big feedback is please make it feel better to turn even when you're... Yeah, okay. But this is a solid attempt, and I'm hoping that I've played enough to give it a fair review, because I'm going to leave it some comments on the thingy thing, and we'll probably send you a link to this video, or give a link to the video. I hope you have a wonderful jam experience overall. Thank you for stopping by to rate Little Beast earlier. I am probably not going to get to everybody on my list, but I did want to get to you guys, because you've been on that list for a very long time. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, sorry.